STEM to Stern takes kids from wherever, whatever background, wherever they're coming from, and provides them with access to a rowing team. Such a small demographic of our population is actually able to participate in rowing. We want to make sure that kids have rides to and from practice and are where they need to be, regardless of if their parents are working, if they can't drive, if they can't get to practice, we make that happen. Well, in order to row, you obviously need to know how to swim. And so STEM to Stern provides swimming lessons for the kids. We can't just prepare these kids to be good rowers. Like, we need to actually think about the whole person, the whole athlete, the whole student. And so we've added a STEM component, using their minds in a really positive way. We've just seen such success with working with middle schoolers who have never been involved in this sport before. Everybody comes in the boathouse for the first time, sees these massive boats, sees these long oars, and it's like, this is crazy. And everybody shows up with this kind of open mind of like, what is this gonna be like? What is this gonna feel like? We found that that is one of the keys to retaining kids, is starting them young.
I remember my first time coming to rowing was because I stayed in the house all summer and played games on my phone. And so my mom, she signed me up for a few sports like indoor soccer, rowing was one of them, and I think it was like basketball. However, I did not stick with basketball or soccer.
I've never seen anything like rowing. I never even knew water sports were a thing when I first started. I'm not the best with technology, but when I joined the program, it helped me out a lot to learn new things.
I just love the way it looks when all 8 people are in a boat rowing at the same time. I love how in sync they are, like especially with the varsity guys. They're so in sync, and it just looks cool. And I don't know what I just love it.
There are no other sports where 8 people have to get in one entity, one boat, one shell, and make that go as fast as possible by moving together, by being in sync with each other, putting themselves on the line for the boat's success. Milwaukee Rowing Club is the birthplace of STEM to Stern. We started this sort of outreach program of, 4 years ago, we called it our outreach program, and through the last few years, we've just been working to make it better and better. And we now have a partnership with a university here that has given us access to a volunteer base, that's given us access to STEM education, that's given us access to transportation, really all of the things that go into making the STEM to Stern program the success that it is. STEM to Stern is like the most necessary program in rowing right now. People from underserved communities have just been historically kind of separated from the sport and not included. And in society today, we need to confront this. This is a problem, and it's a problem that if we are not fixing, we're just exacerbating. Our goal is to really represent whatever city that you're in, whether it's Milwaukee or Chicago, San Diego. The rowing teams coming from there should look like those cities look. The rowing clubs that are passionate about this, that really put their mind to fixing this problem, that's obviously a key to being successful. One by one, you figure out, okay, what schools are you going to partner with? How are you going to get transportation? How are you going to figure this out? And you piece it together, and it just sort of works. When you have a program that has this much impact on your community and the surrounding area around your boathouse, it costs money. It costs money to run a program like this. But the results we have seen just pay for themselves. There's a lot of money out there, and a lot of people are interested in seeing this happen in rowing, in the world, in our culture right now. And what we have seen is a successful program is able to fundraise to keep their program successful and sustainable. That's happened here in Milwaukee, and we're excited to see that happen elsewhere.